Johns Hopkins Medical School is consistently ranked as one of the top med schools in the US. With an admit rate of just 6%, what can you do to get accepted? Nadine here with Inspira Advantage, helping students get accepted into medical school and other professional programs. Johns Hopkins receives thousands of applications each year, so how can you stand out? The first step to knowing what you need to do to succeed is to understand who Johns Hopkins is looking for. According to their website, they're looking for candidates who can demonstrate the following 5 items: academic excellence, leadership, service, compassion, and humanism, diversity, and the ability to work in a team or as part of a team. So we know who Johns Hopkins is looking for, but who did they actually accept? Let's dive right into the most recent class profile information so you can compare your stats with the stats of accepted students. Over 4,500 applicants applied, around 500 were interviewed, about 280 were accepted, and around 120 matriculated. 54% of the class are women and 46% are men. Most of the class majored in science. In fact, only 14% of the class pursued a non-science major. The class comes from 31 states across the country, and in total, 5 countries are represented. Taking a look at academics, the average GPA of the class is a 3.94, and the average MCAT score is a 521. Now that we know the stats of accepted students, let's discuss what you actually need to do to apply. First, you'll need to possess a bachelor's degree and complete your primary AMCAS application. You'll have to submit your transcripts complete with your prerequisite courses, and this includes biology, chemistry, math, physics, and humanities. Next, you'll want to submit your MCAT score, which must have been taken within 4 years prior to the date of your expected matriculation. Next, you'll complete your secondary application. This gets sent automatically to all students who apply as soon as they submit their AMCAS application. Next, you'll submit your letters of recommendation. Using the AMCAS letter service, you'll need to submit either a committee letter, a letter packet, or 3 letters of recommendation. 2 from faculty in science departments who have taught you, and 1 from faculty outside of the science department who taught you. With all of the pieces in place to apply, here are 3 top tips to help you stand out in the application process and secure your acceptance at Johns Hopkins. Number 1, use the AMCAS Work and Activities section to demonstrate your leadership experience, compassion, and your experience working in a team. These are essential qualities that Johns Hopkins is looking for in its applicants, and the Work and Activities section, in addition to your personal statement, is a perfect place to highlight this. Since you'll be working within a very tight character count, don't spend too much time explaining what the activity or experience is. You really want to make sure that each entry is focused on reflection. If you played volleyball for 4 years, why is that important? What did you learn from the experience, and how have you grown because of it? Number 2, demonstrate that you are service-oriented. As with all medical schools, Johns Hopkins wants to know that you are going into medicine for the right reasons, but it isn't just enough to say that you want to help people. Your application needs to show your dedication to service over time. 89% of the most recent class had community service and volunteering experience, while 96% of the class had medical-specific community service and volunteering experience. So it just goes to show you how essential possessing this experience is. Number 3, when it comes to your secondary essays, focus on addressing the prompt. One of the biggest mistakes students make while filling out their secondaries is that they don't read the prompt thoroughly and haven't actually understood what is being asked of them. For example, one of Johns Hopkins essay prompts asks you a question about adversity. Writing about someone else's experience that you witnessed does not provide the admissions committee with information regarding how you have faced adversity. So take the time to address the prompt, and it's also a great idea to have your secondary essay reviewed by an expert third party to ensure that your essays will really stand out. Thanks for tuning in to this video on how to get into Johns Hopkins School of Medicine. Make sure you subscribe to our channel for all the latest and greatest on the med school application process. Cheers to your success!